love you.
So here we are, not the skyscraper built of glass and steel that you would imagine for a record label that has put out the likes of White Stripes, Adele, Dizzy Rascal. No, it's just a little muse house that if you were driving past, you wouldn't know. Apart from the fact, of course, it's painted like a giant zebra. This is the home of XL Recordings.
I love you. I love you.
What was the game changer artist for you? What was the artist and the record that made you think, okay, we're taking this to the next level now?
Well, the White Stripes was definitely a completely other level. Abilities that are so wide-ranging, and that Jack was able to do everything. And I think the more, it was like I'm peeling the layers of an onion, like the more I got to sort of know him and what he did, just realising like he can do absolutely everything. There's always a few artists around who are doing something which is really original and which will have an impact on other artists.
Dizzy being a prime example.
Massively. And he did have a huge impact, and that at the time, you know, for a British rapper to be heard was, you know what that was like. That's very, very tough. I mean, you're coming off the back of a long period of like people just not believing that was really doable and possible. And Dizzy, yeah, he did open a lot of doors. And Wiley opened a lot of doors as well. There's these threads that go through music, you know, and I don't really believe in age being a barrier at either end. So I've always been very comfortable working with really young artists if they've got kind of the spirit, you know, and I'm also really comfortable working with a much older artist if they've got the spirit.
Can you make interesting music, Richard, if you're not an interesting person? Because looking at all the people that you've worked with, they're all fascinating people. I mean, literally everyone on your label I would love to spend an afternoon with.
Amazing characters. I mean, it's a good observation. Unbelievable characters. Unbelievable conversations, like incredible, you know, ways of looking at the world that are just like unbelievable. And it's helped me to sort of realise as well, like you really can do what you want in this life. I mean, if you've got the neck, really, you know. I think, and the XX felt like increasingly they just felt magical to me. Like there was a sort of quiet magic to it, and also that they were that over the course of that first album they were building up an audience in the way that was very like, I almost couldn't think of a better way of describing it than the old-fashioned term indie. In that it was like I felt like they weren't necessarily like having pop hits on the radio, but they were like building up an audience all over the world, and the people who loved them.